I knelt on one knee, heart hammering, palms sweaty around the small velvet box. Lisa, will you marry me? My voice shook, but I thought I could hear hope in it. She blinked. For a second, I swore I saw a smile, but then, her lips pressed into a thin line. I can't, she whispered. What do you mean you can't? My chest tightened. I thought we were ready. She looked away, fiddling with the hem of her sleeve. I'm too young to marry, okay? I'm sorry. Too young? I laughed, though it sounded hollow. Lisa, you're 27. We've been together for 5 years. We've talked about this every month for the past 2 years. I know, her voice cracked slightly, but it didn't reach me the way I wanted it to. It's not about you. I need more time. I felt like someone had punched me in the gut. More time? Lisa, I've been planning this moment for months. You promised me. My voice broke. She avoided my eyes. I'm sorry, really. I just can't do it yet. I looked around the cafe. People chatted, laughed, oblivious to my collapse. Ryan, I muttered, spotting him across the street. He noticed immediately, rushing over. What happened? He asked, voice low and cautious. She said she's too young to marry me, I said, letting the words spill. Ryan's brow furrowed. Are you serious? I know Lisa can be indecisive, but this. I sank onto the bench, covering my face. I don't understand. I thought she loved me. I thought she wanted this. I thought we were on the same page. Ryan sat beside me, hands on my shoulders. Hey, man. I know it hurts. But maybe she's just scared. Doesn't mean it's the end for you. It doesn't mean anything about your worth. Worth? I scoffed. I don't even know who I am if she doesn't want me. I thought she was the one. And now I feel like I've been living a lie for years. Ryan sighed, letting me vent. I get it, man. But you can't let this break you. Take a breath. Give yourself a day, even 2. Don't do anything rash. I shook my head, voice tight. I can't just take a breath, Ryan. I can't eat, can't sleep, can't think. I keep replaying every conversation, every look. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I wasn't enough. You were more than enough, Ryan said firmly. Lisa's choice isn't a reflection of you. People change. They make mistakes. But you're solid. You'll get through this. I don't feel solid, I admitted. I feel hollow. I feel betrayed by the person I trusted with my whole heart. And I don't know if I can forgive that. Ryan didn't argue. He just nodded, his presence steady. You'll figure it out. But don't lose yourself in anger or regret. That's not you. Not really. I looked back at the empty cafe table where I had planned our future. The ring still lay in my pocket, cold and heavy. My chest ached, but beneath the pain, something flickered, a need to understand, to make sense of her indecision, to face whatever came next. Lisa had shaken my world. And I realized, somewhere deep down, this wasn't just about her being too young. Something else was coming, something I couldn't yet see. I called her again. And again. Each ring felt like it was mocking me. Straight to voicemail every single time. I left messages, one after another, my voice shaking. Lisa, please, pick up. I just want to talk. Nothing. I tried texting. Are you okay? I need to see you. Nothing. Please, Lisa, don't shut me out. Silence. I remember pacing my apartment, my phone clenched in my hand. Why won't she answer? I muttered to myself. Did I do something wrong? Did she ever care? Ryan called that evening. You haven't slept again, have you? He asked, voice concerned. No. I can't stop thinking about her. She just disappeared, Ryan. 1 month, and I can't reach her. I feel like I'm losing my mind. You're obsessing, he said gently. You need to let go, man. Give her space, and give yourself some, too. I can't. I can't just forget her. She's everywhere, Ryan. In my thoughts, in my apartment, even in the empty spaces. You're torturing yourself. You know that, right? I know, I admitted. But it's not my choice. She's the one who left. I just need answers. The next day, I went by her apartment. Knocked. Called out her name. No response. Neighbors shrugged. Haven't seen her in weeks, one said. Weeks. Weeks without a word. Ryan tried to calm me again that night. Stop showing up at her place. It won't help. You're better than this, man. Focus on yourself. Focus on myself. I laughed bitterly. Ryan, she's married to her new life already, isn't she? I can feel it. I can't stop imagining her with someone else. You don't even know who it is yet, he warned. I don't need to know, I said. I see it. I can feel it. She's replaced me. And then I saw it. Her social media. Pictures at a gala, dresses shimmering under the lights. Smiling, laughing, champagne in hand. Not a care in the world. Not a thought of me. My chest tightened. My fingers trembled as I scrolled through every photo, every story. She's happy, I whispered. Happy without me. How could she? Ryan's voice came through again. I know it hurts. But obsessing over her life online won't fix anything. It'll only make it worse. I can't help it, I admitted. I keep checking. Every post, every like, every comment. I need to see who she's with, what she's doing. It's the only way I can understand her. You're digging yourself deeper, he said softly. You're giving her control over your emotions. I don't care, I said. I need to know. Even if it kills me. Days passed. Each morning, I woke to check her updates. Every evening, I replayed old conversations, every laugh, every promise. My mind became a loop of pain and anger. I started noticing subtle hints, a tag with a man I didn't know, friends commenting on how beautiful she looked. A stranger's arm around her shoulder. My stomach twisted. Ryan, she's not alone, I said one night, my voice low and shaking. I know, he said cautiously. And it's hard. But you need to protect yourself. Don't let her disappearance destroy you. I can't protect myself from this, I whispered. Everywhere I look, every time I close my eyes, she's there. And I can't. I just can't move on. Ryan didn't argue. He just stayed on the line, letting me speak until my voice cracked and tears blurred my vision. The quiet on the other end felt like the only grounding thing I had left. And yet, even as I clung to that small lifeline, my thoughts twisted into obsession. Who was she with? What had she said about me? Did she think of me at all? I needed to know. I had to know. The month stretched on. Silence. Distance. Her happiness without me burned like a brand, leaving me raw, hollow, and strangely alive with a growing need to uncover the truth behind her sudden disappearance. I saw the announcement online before anyone told me. Lisa married Victor Sterling. My stomach dropped like a stone in icy water. My hands shook, my phone trembling in my grip. I read it again. No, I had read it right. A month. 1 month after saying she was too young to marry. I slammed my fist against the table. How could she? I muttered, pacing. Ryan called, probably sensing my meltdown. I know, he said immediately when I answered. I saw the post. I'm sorry, man. Sorry? She didn't just leave me, she married someone else. Victor Sterling. Do you know who that is? My voice cracked. I've heard of him. Millionaire, right? Charismatic, confident, big social presence, Ryan said. I can't believe it. 1 month. 1 damn month, and she's gone. My mind raced. Do you think she loved him? Or was it just money? Ryan hesitated. I don't know. Could be either. Maybe both. But man, obsessing over this won't help. I can't not obsess. I shouted, then caught myself. I have to know. I need to understand why she did this to me. You're digging yourself into something dangerous, Ryan warned. I don't care, I said, my voice low, dangerous even to myself. I need to see who he is, what he's like. If I'm going to figure out Lisa, I need to know everything. I started tracking him online. Every post, every interview, every social media appearance. Victor looked perfect. Sharp suits, charming smile, the kind of confidence that made people trust him instantly. And I hated him for it. Hated him for existing. She's with him, Ryan. Smiling, laughing, living it up while my voice broke. I feel like I'm still standing in the ruins of my life, and they're partying over the debris. You need to calm down, Ryan said. You're letting anger rule you. Think carefully before you do anything. Think? I'm thinking constantly. I snapped, pacing. I replay every conversation with Lisa. Every word, every laugh. Did she ever mean it? Did she ever mean me at all? Ryan's voice softened. Maybe it's not about you. Maybe she's just selfish. People are complicated. That's all. Selfish. I laughed bitterly. Ryan, this is more than selfish. She's destroyed me. And him? I spat the name like venom. That charmer Victor, he doesn't know what he's married into. There's more to him than he shows. I can feel it. You're imagining things again, Ryan said. No, I said firmly. I can see it. The cracks behind the smile. I know he's hiding something. And if he's hiding, Lisa's hiding too. I'll find it. I have to. For me, for closure, or whatever comes next. I spent the evening watching his interviews, scanning comments, cross-referencing events. Every public appearance became a puzzle piece. Every tagged photo with Lisa felt like a knife twisting in my chest. Ryan, I said after a long silence, voice trembling. If I expose them, or make them pay somehow, am I wrong? Ryan sighed. There's a line, man. Don't cross it. But you need to heal. Not just rage, not revenge. You need to survive this. Figure out what you want to do before it consumes you. I closed my laptop, hands shaking, chest tight. I don't just want to survive. I want to understand. I want to see the truth behind everything. And I swear, if there's a way to make them regret this, I'll find it. Ryan stayed quiet on the other end, letting me stew in my obsession. I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't. Every plan, every thought of Lisa and Victor, played in my head like a looping film. I didn't know what the next step would be. But I knew one thing, my world had changed, and I wasn't going to be a helpless bystander anymore. I was ready to track them, ready to dig, ready to confront whatever truths I uncovered. And deep down, I felt a strange spark, half rage, half determination, that told me I was no longer just heartbroken. I was becoming dangerous. I sat at my desk, staring at my laptop screen. Every post, every photo, every subtle detail of Lisa and Victor's life scrolled before me. My hands trembled, but not with fear, rage. I whispered to myself, why did she leave me so fast? What could make her forget everything we had in a month? Ryan called. Hey, man. You okay? Okay? I laughed bitterly. Ryan, I'm thinking. I'm planning. I can't just sit and do nothing while she flaunts her life with him. You mean, revenge? He said carefully. Maybe. Not fully. Just, subtle. Just enough to make them think twice. My voice dropped. I'm not going to hurt her physically. But I need her to understand the cost. You're walking a dangerous line, Ryan said. Obsessing like this won't just hurt them, it'll hurt you. You need to focus on yourself too. I am focused, I argued. Focused on figuring her out, figuring him out, figuring everything. I can see patterns, connections. There's always a way. Ryan sighed. Patterns don't justify ruining yourself. You don't want to lose your morality over this, trust me. I'm not losing it, I said, though a small part of me wondered. I'm just sharpening it. I've started writing everything down. What do you mean? My journal. Every interaction I remember, every social post, every clue. I write it all, names, dates, reactions. I need a map of their lives to understand why she left, why him. That's obsessive, man. Maybe. But it helps me think clearly, I said. I can see patterns I didn't notice before. Small acts. Subtle weaknesses. Opportunities. You're treading dangerous ground, Ryan warned. Don't let it consume you. Revenge isn't everything. I know, I said. I'm not rushing it. Just laying the groundwork. No rash moves. I watch, I wait. And if the chance comes, I didn't finish. The thought alone made my chest tighten. Ryan's voice softened. Just remember, there's a line. You can't cross it without losing yourself. I won't cross it. Not yet. I'm cautious. Careful. I'm learning my own strength in the process. I can see myself changing, Ryan. Harder. Smarter. And maybe stronger than her or him ever imagined. You're letting anger guide you, Ryan said quietly. Be careful. The last thing you want is to become someone you'll regret. I'm aware, I said, voice firm. But anger isn't everything. Curiosity, strategy, patience, they guide me more than rage. I opened my journal again. A list of social media accounts, friends, locations, all carefully tracked. Each note was a thread, each thread a potential path. I wasn't reckless. I wasn't naive. I was calculating. Ryan, you think she feels anything? I asked after a pause. Regret? Guilt? Maybe, he said slowly. But you don't know, and you can't control that. Focus on you. That's the only control you have. I smiled faintly. Control, yes. That's why I'm careful. Every step measured, every word noted. Small acts now, big understanding later. Patience. Ryan stayed quiet. I could hear his hesitation. I'm not losing myself in hatred, I said aloud, though my voice barely convinced me. I'm learning. I'm building. I'm preparing. And when the time comes, my jaw clenched. They'll see I wasn't weak. I wasn't foolish. I wasn't helpless. I closed my journal and leaned back. The anger was still there, simmering, but underneath it, a strange clarity spread. I could feel myself changing, stronger, sharper, aware. And for the first time in weeks, I felt a flicker of control over my own life. Lisa and Victor had started something they thought would break me. Instead, it was shaping me. I couldn't stop thinking about Victor. Every photo, every post, every story he shared online looked perfect, but I had learned to read between the lines. There had to be cracks. There always were. I called Ryan. I've been digging, I said, voice low. Victor isn't what he seems. His business, it's unstable. Huge debts. Rumors about investors pulling out. Ryan paused. Are you sure? That could just be gossip. No. I've confirmed it. Multiple sources. I even talked to one of his employees. They're scared he's about to lose everything. You're obsessed, Ryan said, sighing. Be careful. You're letting this control your emotions again. I don't care, I snapped, then swallowed my anger. It's not just about control. It's about understanding. I need to know why Lisa left. And now, maybe I see why she jumped to him. Money, status, illusion of stability. Illusion? Ryan asked. Yes. That's what it is. The perfect life she flaunts, it's a lie. I can feel it. And I hate her for believing in it. You sound like you want revenge, he said quietly. I do, I admitted. But it's complicated. Part of me is curious. How far will their perfect life really go before it collapses? I called a mutual acquaintance, Jenna, someone who worked in Victor's circle. Hey, Jenna, I said casually, though my heart pounded. I wanted to ask, you know Victor Sterling? Heard anything unusual? There was a pause. Unusual? Well, he's under a lot of pressure. Investors are nervous, some contracts are late. But no one talks about it openly. Thanks, I said, my voice calm, hiding the thrill I felt. Just wanted to check. You know how rumors are. After I hung up, I muttered, this is it. The cracks are real. Lisa's perfect life isn't perfect. And I can see it now. Ryan's voice cut through my thoughts. You sound satisfied. Be honest. Are you happy he has flaws? I am, I admitted. Not cruelly. Not yet. But it's relief. Finally, she's not invincible. Her choices, they have consequences. And he's not invincible either. I can see the house of cards shaking. You're dangerously close to taking this too far, Ryan warned. I know. But I'm not reckless, I said, tracing a line on my notebook. I'm watching. Observing. Every public move, every small mistake. I'll know when the right moment comes. Days passed, and my obsession grew. I noticed small patterns in their public life, where they dined, who tagged them in photos, subtle hints in conversations I overheard through mutual contacts. Each clue was a piece of a puzzle I was determined to solve. Ryan, I said one night, voice low, I keep thinking, if I confront them now, it might backfire. But if I wait, I might see everything collapse naturally. Patience, he said firmly. Don't act recklessly. Don't let anger push you into something you can't control. I'm not reckless, I insisted. I'm strategic. I see the consequences before anyone else does. That's power. I thought about Lisa. Every laugh, every post, every display of happiness with Victor. She looked satisfied, but I could feel the tension beneath her smiles. Opportunistic, calculated, but not invincible. And Victor, I whispered to myself. Charismatic, confident, but hiding. Vulnerable. He thinks he's untouchable. He's not. Ryan sighed over the phone. Just remember, This isn't about crushing them entirely. It's about clarity, about seeing the truth. I know, I said, gripping my journal. And I'm seeing it. Piece by piece. Betrayal has a pattern. Karma follows a path. And I'm learning how to walk it without losing myself. Mostly. I leaned back, my mind racing. Pain, anger, and curiosity tangled together. But for the first time, the heartbreak felt like fuel. Not just destruction, but power. Strategy. Insight. Lisa's perfect life was cracking. Victor's facade was unstable. And I was ready to watch it unravel. Carefully, deliberately, knowing every secret could become my advantage. I saw it first in subtle ways, the tension, the forced smiles, the nervous laughs in photos Lisa posted with Victor. It was delicious and painful at the same time. I called Ryan. It's happening, I said, voice low, almost trembling. The cracks. I can see them. Cracks? He asked, wary. You mean in Victor and Lisa's life? Yes, I said. Every social gathering, every post, every word she whispers around friends, I hear it through mutual contacts. They're struggling. You're feeding this, aren't you? Ryan asked. I'm guiding it, I admitted. Carefully. Nothing obvious. Just subtle nudges. I asked Jenna about Victor's business. Dropped hints in conversations. Friends mentioned the instability casually. It spreads. Naturally. Doesn't that feel wrong? Ryan's voice was cautious. Maybe, I said, running my hands through my hair. But it's not personal. Not fully. It's consequences. Karma. They made choices. I'm just helping reality catch up with them. I reached out to another acquaintance, casually. Have you noticed Victor seems stressed? Nervous? I said, pretending concern. Oh, everyone notices, the person replied. He's trying to keep it together, but it's obvious. Lisa's getting frustrated too. I smiled, almost bitterly. Good. Let it simmer. Slowly. Let them feel the weight of their choices. Later that night, I thought about Lisa. Ryan, I hate myself, I confessed. I still love her. Even as I watch her regret. Even as I see Victor falter. Part of me wants to tell her, part of me wants to keep quiet and see it burn. You're dangerous, Ryan said softly. Not physically. Mentally. Be careful you don't lose yourself. I know, I said, leaning back. But I feel alive. Powerful. I can see my life shifting. Their facade cracking. And I'm still me. Mostly. I arranged to meet a mutual friend for coffee, pretending curiosity. So, Victor's been under a lot of pressure lately? I asked casually, sipping my drink. Yes, the friend said. He's trying, but he's slipping. Lisa's getting anxious. She complains sometimes, you know, about things she didn't notice before. I nodded slowly. Interesting. People who appear perfect often hide the biggest struggles. The friend laughed, unaware of my true intention. Yeah, exactly. You notice things, huh? I just pay attention, I said. People reveal more than they think. Later, I checked Lisa's latest post. A smile, a glass of wine, but the subtle tension in her eyes betrayed her calm. She was starting to regret, starting to feel the consequences. And a part of me ached for her, then hated that part of me. Ryan's voice cut through my thoughts. Don't get lost in emotion. Remember why you're observing this. Don't cross a line. I'm not crossing, I said, whispering to myself. I'm balancing, guiding, watching, learning. And slowly, the power is shifting. I called Jenna again. Just casually, Victor's business rumors. Spread carefully. Nothing dramatic. Just, let the social circle notice. You're like a spider, Jenna said, laughing. Weaving quietly. Exactly, I said. Quiet. Precise. Nothing obvious. That night, I thought about confrontation, about talking to Lisa directly. But I didn't. I could see the regret forming in her smiles, the hesitation in her words when mutual friends mentioned Victor's struggles. It was more effective to watch than to act. Ryan, I said later, voice low, I feel powerful. I never thought heartbreak could feel like this. Anger, love, revenge, justice, all tangled. And I'm learning how to control it. How to control myself. Careful, he warned. That's addictive. Don't let it consume you completely. I won't, I said firmly. I control the game. They don't even realize it yet. Lisa's regret is real. Victor's confidence is cracking. And me? I'm rising. Quietly. Slowly. Stronger than before. I smiled faintly at my reflection in the dark window. The city lights blurred behind me, but I felt sharp, focused. Karma wasn't a force, it was a pattern. And I was finally seeing the pattern unfold, thread by thread, consequence by consequence. I wasn't just heartbroken anymore. I was calculating, patient, and aware. And I liked it. The subtle victories, the whispers, the hints, the tension, felt like fire in my chest. Not cruel, not fully. But just enough. Just enough to see the truth emerge, just enough to balance the scales. And as I closed my eyes that night, I felt the shift. Power had returned to me. The pain was still there, but now it had direction. Control. Momentum. Lisa and Victor didn't know it yet, but the tide was turning. Slowly, inevitably, the balance of their perfect lives was tipping. I saw her at a cafe we used to frequent. Lisa. My heart thudded, but it wasn't the same fear or longing, it was sharp, precise. I walked up, voice low but steady. Lisa. She looked up, startled. What are you doing here? I needed to see you. Talk. Face to face, I said. My chest burned, but I forced control. I need to understand. Understand what? She asked, eyes flicking nervously to her coffee cup. Why? I said, each word deliberate, you left me. Why you married Victor. 1 month. 1 month after telling me you were too young. She hesitated, fingers twisting in her lap. I wanted something different. Something exciting. He could give me that. Exciting? I asked, disbelief sharp in my voice. Lisa, you made me believe in us. You promised. You lied. Did you even love me? Her eyes flicked away. I thought I did. But I wanted more. Money, status, thrill. I wasn't thinking about anyone else. Not really. I felt my chest tighten. Rage surged, but beneath it, clarity bloomed. So, it wasn't me. It was what he had. And what I didn't. Yes, she admitted, voice small. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you like this. Sorry doesn't fix years of trust, Lisa. Years of believing you were different. I leaned closer, voice quiet but cold. You betrayed me for a lifestyle. For a thrill. That's your choice. But don't pretend it's love. Her lips trembled. I didn't think you'd come after me. I didn't expect this confrontation. You didn't expect karma, I said. Victor's cracks are showing. His confidence is collapsing. His empire isn't as solid as he pretends. And now, you're realizing what you left behind. She swallowed, eyes wide. You've been watching? I've been observing. Carefully. Every hint of weakness, every lie, every misstep. And yes, I've guided it subtly. Nothing drastic. Just, natural consequences. Her hands shook. I didn't mean for things to go this way. I thought I could handle it. You couldn't handle it because you never understood what real loyalty or love is, I said. You traded heart for glitter. And now you see it can't be sustained. Her eyes filled with tears. I regret it, she whispered. Regret won't undo what you've done, I said softly, almost tenderly. But it will teach you. Victor's downfall is accelerating. His facade is cracking. And you're learning the cost of opportunism firsthand. I never thought it would be like this, she said, voice breaking. I thought I'd be happy. You might, I said. But not because of him. Not because of your choices. Because of consequences. Because reality eventually balances the scales. I felt a strange peace settle over me. Rage still burned, but it was tempered by understanding. I didn't need her validation anymore. I didn't need her approval. I didn't need her at all. Lisa, I said, standing, voice steady. This ends here. I forgive, not for you, but for me. I release the need for closure from you. The lesson is clear. I can survive. I can thrive. Without you. She looked at me, tears streaking her face. I'm sorry. I really am. I know, I said. And now you know too. Learn from it. Live with it. But I moved forward. I left the cafe, and for the first time in weeks, I breathed freely. Pain lingered, yes, but it was tempered by power, control, clarity. I realized I was no longer a victim. Betrayal had sharpened me. Watching karma unfold had strengthened me. Victor's collapse continued, public cracks showing through his social circle. Lisa's regret deepened with every post she shared, every uneasy smile, every faltering conversation. And I watched, not out of malice, but as witness to truth. I walked down the street, chest light, mind clear. My heartbreak had transformed into something else: resilience, awareness, and a sense of self I hadn't known I possessed. I didn't need Lisa to validate me. I didn't need revenge to feel whole. I had closure. I whispered to myself, almost smiling, "This is over." And yet, I'm just beginning. The sun dipped behind the skyline, painting the city in gold. My past still existed, yes, but it no longer controlled me. Betrayal had taught me power, patience, and clarity. Karma had moved in motion, and I had witnessed it without losing myself. For the first time in months, I felt free. I sat on the balcony, the city lights stretching out like a sea of possibilities. It had been weeks since I confronted Lisa, since I watched karma unfold quietly around her and Victor. The pain was still there, faint but tempered, replaced by a clarity I had never known. Ryan called, voice warm. "Hey, you're up late again." "I can't sleep," I admitted. Not from restlessness, but from thinking. About everything. About how far I've come. "You sound different," he said. "Calmer. Controlled." I said. "Stronger, even. I've seen the worst of betrayal, the worst of heartbreak. I've watched karma move. I've observed weakness, learned patience, and I've learned myself." "That's huge," Ryan said softly. "Most people never get that." I laughed lightly, a sound that surprised me. I never thought I would either. But watching them, Lisa's regret, Victor's collapse, made me see something important. I don't need them. I never did. I only thought I did. Ryan chuckled. "See? That's growth. Real growth. I remember calling you, months ago, desperate, angry, confused," I said. "And now, I feel a strange peace. Not because I won, or because they lost. But because I realized my power wasn't in revenge. It was in self-understanding." "Exactly," Ryan said. "You controlled yourself when you could have lost it all." "I stopped chasing them," I said, looking down at my hands. "Stopped letting their choices define me. And in that, I found freedom. Heartbreak taught me strategy, patience, resilience. But moving on taught me happiness isn't about anyone else." "You've earned it," Ryan said. "You've worked through the anger, the obsession, the regret. You're not just surviving, you're thriving." I said. "I still feel anger sometimes, sure. But it doesn't control me. It doesn't dictate my choices anymore. It's fuel, not a chain." I thought of Lisa. Her regret, her selfish motives, her fleeting happiness with Victor. And I realized I no longer hated her. Not fully. I understood why she made the choices she did, even if they hurt me. I could pity her, even respect the fact that reality caught up with her, but it no longer consumed me. Ryan's voice broke my reverie. "So, what's next for you?" I smiled faintly. "Next? I focus on me. My work, my friends, my goals. I've learned I can rebuild anything. I've learned that heartbreak isn't an ending, it's a teacher. And I plan to honor the lessons." "You sound unstoppable," Ryan said. "Not the angry, obsessive you anymore." "No," I said. "I'm not that person. I'm better. Stronger. Wiser. And I finally understand something important. I don't need karma to serve me. Life does that naturally. I only needed clarity, patience, and the courage to let go." We sat in silence for a moment, just listening to the city hum below. "I never thought I'd laugh again," I said softly. "But now I do. Not because of them. Not because I won or lost. But because I realized life goes on, with or without anyone's approval." Ryan chuckled. "You've transformed completely. I'm proud of you, man." "Thanks," I said. "And you were always here. Keeping me grounded when I was ready to fall apart. I couldn't have done this without you." "That's what friends are for," he said simply. I looked at my phone, scanning my social media. Lisa and Victor's posts still appeared occasionally. I didn't feel the need to check obsessively anymore. Their world no longer mattered to me. I had my own world to live in, my own life to shape. "I feel light," I said aloud, even though no one else was there. The weight of betrayal, of heartbreak, lifted. I can breathe. I can think. I can grow. And I don't need validation from anyone anymore. Ryan laughed softly on the other end. You sound happy. Really happy. I said. Happier than I've been in months. I finally understand that closure doesn't come from revenge, or even confrontation. It comes from self-realization. And from the courage to step forward, unburdened by the past. I stood, stretching, feeling the cool night air on my face. The city was alive, vibrant, full of possibilities I hadn't noticed before. For the first time, I felt truly in control of my destiny. Ryan, I think it's time I fully move on, I said. I've observed, I've learned, I've survived. Now I live. I live for myself, not for anyone else's mistakes, regrets, or decisions. You're right, Ryan said warmly. And I'm here, every step of the way. I know, I said, smiling. And I'll carry the lessons, not the pain. Karma happened. Justice was served naturally. I don't need to stoop low. The universe handled it. I walked inside, closing the balcony door behind me. A new chapter awaited, not filled with obsession, rage, or heartbreak, but with clarity, resilience, and freedom. I was no longer defined by what Lisa or Victor did, but by who I had become. I sat at my desk, opened my journal, and wrote, I am stronger than my pain. I am wiser than my anger. I am whole. I am free. The night stretched on, peaceful and full of potential. I didn't need the past to dictate me. I had learned, I had grown, and I was moving forward, finally, fully, and entirely on my own terms.